Hello and welcome back to my scrap room. My name is Jennifer Perry, and today I think I may have found a way of not repairing this but replacing Old Faithful. So I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to attempt it while I'm filming, so you will see if it actually works or not, and I will probably post it. The material that I found is not quite as thick as this, so I'm going to make a couple of them. One to keep on my desk, one to put in my retreat bag, one to have, a few extras. But what I found was 12 by 12 blank stencil sheets. I found these at JoAnn's. Close to My Heart does sell stencil sheets, but I do not think they're this thick, and they are not 12 by 12, I do not believe. So there are 3 of these, and I think I paid like $4 for them or something like that. So what I need, because I've already measured, I think I don't need this entire width. I have never used it, but I think I can get away with about a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to trim a 1/2 inch of stencil material. I'm going to see if I can leave it in the carrier sheet so I don't have to take it out and risk losing. That's a 1/2 inch. Let's do I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch just to give me a little bit of wiggle room. So there's 3/4 of an inch. Oh, that cut nicely. Okay, so there's 3/4 of an inch. Put that aside. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get my push pins. And see if I can line this up properly and straight. It's a little bit hard to see. I may have to sacrifice a piece of paper. I think I got it. So I'm going to put a push pin here. And I'm going to put a push pin here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. I was going to use a marker, but I don't think my marker tip will fit in the holes. Now this is where I need to move it this way. Line up the whole part in my head. Sorry. Pop you there to get that last hole. Okay, so now I have holes punched in, but they're not quite big enough. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can do this. One of the ways that you can do this is, and is actually what I thought I was going to end up having to do. Remember when we used to do eyelets and we had an eyelet setter tool? The smallest little punch will punch in the holes, and it's the correct size. But then, that's what I was going to do. But then I found my smallest hole punch. And that is going to work perfectly. So what I'm going to do is that. So it's going to take me just a moment. I don't know if you can see it. It's going to take me just a moment, but let me do these real fast. Trying to find the way that I can see and you can see. What I'm doing. I'm just lining up my little holes with my hole punch. I don't even know what diameter this thing is, but I've had it forever. And I actually thought I lost it. And I tore my room apart yesterday. Oh, that one's out of sequence. Okay, I've got one that's a little higher. I may fix it if that bothers me. I don't know if that was my punching skills or if that was... That one's already open. Or if that was my template. If maybe I moved my template. Because it appears I hit the hole. These are coming out wrong too. Okay, so let's try with the eyelet setter. But for that, I'm going to have to move my glass mat. Because I don't want to break my glass mat. So let's try this. And that's not going to work. I don't like that either. Yeah, see what that did? I don't like that either. Gotta be a way. Okay, let's keep thinking on this. Let's cut another sheet. It is a stormy, stormy day outside, so if you guys hear some thunder, that's what's going on. I wouldn't think that my push pins were thicker, but let's try a push pin. And not that one. That one's hurting my fingers. I've got some rough edges on it that are hurting my fingers. Okay, so let's see. Can you see a difference between, no you cannot, okay. So there's no difference between the width of this and this as far as push pins are concerned. So you saw how I did the hole punch, so let me stop the camera real fast, bring this closer to me so I'm not trying to line it up from afar and see if I can get better punches. So pardon me for just a moment. Okay, I figured it out after I did another series of crooked hole punching, but I figured it out. It's not going to be quite as neat, it's not going to be quite as professional looking, but it works, so we're going to do it that way. So I'm punching another row. By now you've got this one down pat. And it says these holes are at 1/4 of an inch spacing. If you were trying to make your own template, so if you are trying to make your own template, it says 1/4 of an inch spacing. I'm assuming it's this, I'm not sure what this width is here, but that is my favorite width away from my paper. So let me show you what I figured out. Oh, okay, that was an optical illusion. I was like, did I just make that? So take my pokey stick, and I'm sending it straight through. And it is making it the perfect width. Now there's still going to be some poke out on the back, but that's okay. I'm just trying to get, this is my favorite template. This is my favorite spacing. It is my most comfortable spacing. So I'm just trying to get myself a template for my mostest favoriteest stitch ever. Since Old Faithful, ow, don't poke yourself. Since Old Faithful is wearing out. And I'm going to make, like I said, 2 or 3 of these. One for my retreat box, one for my desk. These ones that still have some good spacing on them, I may trim down into like 3" or 6" so that if I'm working around photographs, or 4". Maybe I'll do a 4" and a 6" so that that doesn't go to waste. Boy, it is coming down outside. So see, it's taking just a little bit of time. It's making the size holes that I need. So I'm going to just keep going this direction. It's not quite as pretty as I wanted to go for, but I need functional. Because if I can't do my stitching with the template that I prefer, it really will make me sad. Okay, so there's that. It's got the holes that I want. So it does feel a little bit bumpy on the back. I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to try and clean that up because I don't want to mess up a 4th one or a 3rd one. So what I think I may do is just write Old Faithful 1/4 of an inch spacing so that I know exactly what this is and call it a day. I do believe. So, but before we do that, let's fix these real fast. So let's do this one. Is this a straight run here? Yep. So we'll do this one at 4". What got me to thinking about this is I was teaching somebody how to stitch during a retreat. And it kind of made me feel bad because I have all my templates that I use, but she couldn't buy any because they're no longer available. And that made me sad. So I was trying to figure out ways of her making her own templates. And there really wasn't a good way that I could think of at the time until I went to JoAnn's. Okay, there we go. So with just one set of blank stencil sheets that I picked up from JoAnn's, my Old Faithful, so get a hold of any stitching template you can get your hands on, and then you too can make your own stitching templates. And if you can punch holes in a straight line, go for it. Obviously I cannot, so this will just have to work for me. It'll make me happy no matter what. So I have a 12-inch, a 6-inch, and a 4-inch, just to kind of make it easier whenever I'm doing photographs, because I have been known to accidentally poke a hole or an extra hole. I hope these make your stitching adventures a little easier to play with. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.